Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Mary Languish here. Whether you are an art teacher or a parent or just want to teach art, this video is for you. Drawing is an important skill to be introduced, practiced at this age. You want a perfect amount of personal exploration as well as instruction. You can alter these projects to fit your students the best. So here are 3 drawing project ideas for elementary students. So for this first project, which is called Animal or Character Out of a Hat, you're going to need paper, pencil, color pencils, erasers, and you'll need to make a pile of different words that your students can draw out of a hat. So we've got a bunch of colors in here, we've got a bunch of animals in here, and I got a bunch of attributes or exaggerated features in here. You could also do, I've done I guess these are like adjectives in here, animals, and superpowers. You could do superpowers if you want to incorporate something like that. And basically your student is going to draw out of the bag an animal, dog, and a color. My students love this. Blue, green, and an exaggerated feature. We'll see if this lines up okay. Skinny. And you're going to have your student basically draw that, bring that character to life doing those features. Now, I make sure that they can't be picky because this is their chance to have specific boundaries and stay within those boundaries and be creative and have fun along the way. It's about creativity and interpretation for this project for elementary students, and obviously for different ages. You can do this for older ages as well. So I am going to attempt this. A super skinny dog. You could give them a time limit if you want, kind of make it fun, make it an activity. And then you're going to be doing, you can do color pencil, watercolor, pastel, whatever you want to do. This is a green blue. But they've been able to create a character. Now you can take it another step further and have them do a cartoon strip incorporating their character, make a funny story incorporating the character, a scene with the character in it, but they've been able to create a character from just some simple words out of a hat. This next project is a step-by-step animal, which is honestly really, really easy. You can choose an animal, and you as the teacher need to just prep the steps that you're going to teach them in order so that you kind of know what's the best approach for drawing that animal. So let's draw a toucan together. For this project, you will need paper, maybe a ruler for grid lines, pencil, either pastels or colored pencils or watercolors, and maybe a Sharpie as well. And from the picture I'm looking at, it might make sense to have a grid line here and here. I always teach grid lines because you're basically teaching your student about shapes, how to draw something into simple shapes, and how to put it on the paper in the right placement. And so grid lines are super helpful for this. I always teach, no matter how young, how to draw grid lines and how to draw them lightly and how to draw them centered or thirds or fourths or whatever. And starting with specific steps, like the beak starts a little bit over this way and comes this way. Step 1, pausing, letting them draw that. Then step 2, how do you combine that into that, right? And then maybe the body, maybe you need to draw the body as a separate shape first, an oval that's mostly down in this corner. And then how do you incorporate that into the beak? And then is it sitting on a branch? Maybe. How do you draw the top of the branch? Then you can draw the bottom of the branch. You can do this in as many steps, as few steps as you want. And honestly, pastels are a great one for coloring. You can even add watercolor. Colored pencils are great. Adding in Sharpie outline is also kind of nice at the end or before they color. It's a great way to kind of finish it off, but super easy project for elementary students to do. I've had students, because they knew the steps to drawing a specific animal, I taught them draw that animal over and over and over again because it gave them the confidence to know how to draw that animal. Even though it was the exact same animal in the exact same pose for each one, she could then play with the different colors and ways of interpreting it, adding in details, adding in textures and colors, and really fun stuff to bring her picture to life. And then the final project for elementary students is this Cubism portrait. It could be a self-portrait if you want. Materials for this would be a mixed media piece of paper, a pencil, some pastels, watercolors, either a photo of themselves, a photo of somebody, or you can skip that all together and have them interpret themselves without a photo reference. You might want to show them pictures of Cubism from real artists, just so they know what that is. Pictures of Cubism, adding in a little bit of art history into the mix is always good. And this is very, very easy. So you can teach them how to, because Cubism incorporates different perspectives into one, and so they can create a face shape, right? Adding a neck. And I had them, with my students, actually draw a line down the center to kind of divide space so they can create some different color sections, different pattern sections. But then you can have them do a side eye as well as a front view eye. They could do the same with the nose. Like I had the nose in mine, a profile nose, but obviously it's got the two nostrils like a front nose. And then you can have a side eye pointing in and a side eye out. You can teach them these different pieces, and then they can put them where they want to in their picture. Simple symbols, simple things they know how to draw, but having fun with how to draw it so it looks like a Cubism piece of art. And then they can add in, they can add in hair, of course, and ears. Put an ear down here. Have fun with the different elements of the face. And then using pastels, they can do fun things with patterns, with colors, with lines, with shapes, filling in certain sections, adding in designs and patterns. All sorts of things like this are great for filling in the space here, and then they can wash over it with watercolor or have them use markers or mixed media, totally up to you. But it gives them a chance to practice the things that they know how to draw, but in a specific art style that has shown up in history, so they get to learn a little bit about that as well. I hope you guys found these 3 projects helpful. Please give this video a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more art content like this and more art instruction and other ideas just for you. All right, see you next time.